everyone, and welcome back to the Night's Watch. I'm Sabrine.
And I'm George.
And as you all know, we're here to keep you up to date on all things Queenie.
We'd like to start out with the recognition for the month of February. We acknowledge that we are on Treaty 6 territory, a traditional meeting grounds, gathering place, and traveling route to the Cree, Saulteaux, Blackfoot, Métis, Dene, and Nakota Sioux.
We acknowledge all the many First Nations, Métis, and Inuits whose footsteps have marked these lands for centuries.
So, it's a new semester, Sabrine.
And with a new semester comes new classes, new teachers, new classmates.
And a chance for a fresh start. I almost feel like it's the first day of classes all over again. Weren't you excited on the way to school today, Sabrine?
Sure I was. But you're right. With a new semester comes new chances to set proper study habits. So we thought we'd give you a few tips on how to start off your semester right.
First off, don't doze off on the first day when teachers go over the course outline. No matter how boring it is really important stuff. If you want to know what will be on the course, what you need to do well on, and how your grades are calculated, all of that information is on there. So pay attention and hold on to that course outline.
Second, make sure you have something to keep track of assignments, test dates, and projects. Whether you're using an agenda or your phone's calendar, make sure you keep it all in one place.
Third, don't be afraid to talk to your teachers. Make sure you ask questions, access extra help, and attend Flex if you're struggling.
Flex time is not for you to hang out with friends, but a time for you to catch up on missing work, study ahead, or attend a session about a topic that really interests you.
Finally, and trust me, we're all sick of hearing about this, be in class on time. It's kind of hard to do well in a social exam when you missed half of the classes and haven't learned a single thing, just because you decided to go to the G Foods.
Just take a picture of the timetable, people. It's not that hard.
Preach, sister.
Anyways, here's what's happening this week.
The QSA will be meeting Tuesdays at lunch again in room 225. The theme will be Games Day.
For those of you who do not know, the QSA, or the Queer Straight Alliance, is a safe place for all identities to feel included, to make some friends, have emotional support, and just overall hang out. It's a really cool place.
Wednesday to Friday, flowergrams are being sold in the front foyer at lunch, so if you want to send a flower to that special someone, stop by.
Up next, listen up grade 12s. Your grad council has some important information for you.
Next week, Monday to Friday, there will be grad photo bookings as well as grad wear sales taking place in the cafeteria at lunch. Make sure you bring your ID.
Grad photos are $30 and you will be picking up the date when you book your appointment. As for grad wear, you might have seen some of those sweet grad hoodies being worn around school.
Hoodies are $40 and sweats are $35.
Make sure you head down to get some grad 2019 gear. Well, George, it's time for the Royal Report, and I hear Yash has a special guest.
Great to hear.
Hey everyone, a bit of a change of venue this week, and that's because I have with me Hussein Al-Husseini. He's one of 2 student senators from Queen Elizabeth, and also one of 3 student trustees out of all of Edmonton Public High Schools. So thanks for coming here today, Hussein.
Thank you for having me.
All right, can you tell us a little bit about yourself, Hussein?
Yeah. I was born here in Edmonton, Alberta. I'm 17 years old, and I'm currently attending Queen Elizabeth High School as a grade 11 student.
So I'm sure our viewers would like to know, and I feel like you're probably the most qualified person here to speak on this subject. What is the Student Senate?
Well, the Student Senate is made up of a body of students from across the board, I think 10 to 12 high schools. And their
In Edmonton?
In Edmonton, yes.
Right.
And their job is to represent their student body within their schools.
And what is your role in the Student Senate? I understand that you've got the fancy title of student trustee.
Oh, yes, I'm one of 3 student trustees. My job is to not only represent Queen Elizabeth, but the district as a whole, and its student senate, to the elected officials, that being the trustees of Edmonton Public Schools.
Well, that's terrific. What made you decide to join the Student Senate?
Growing up, I never really felt that representation was very accurate in my case, but I've always had a strong voice, and I wanted to make sure that our students had a voice no matter where they came from and who they are, that they can rely on someone to represent them fairly and accurately.
That is quite commendable. Now, I've heard that the Student Senate is currently putting together a website. Can you talk about that?
Yes, for sure. So the previous Student Senate put up a website regarding the issue of transitioning to post-secondary. What the current Student Senate decided to do is centralizing all our information into one website so that we can add information and maintain our website and keep it up to date.
So what topics are you going to be adding to the website this year?
This is in no particular order, but due to the surveys we distributed in the beginning of the year, our 3 topics that we're going to focus on this year are life after high school, mentorship and guidance, and due to the recent legalization of cannabis, substance abuse.
Well, those seem like some pretty relevant issues. Now, the website will be, it's still in progress, right?
Yes, it is.
But it's going to be released in mid-March?
Mid-March, hopefully.
Right. At this domain right over there. Now, well, it's been a pleasure having you on the show, and I'd like to thank you for advocating for our school out there. Well, if you have any final remarks.
Well, I'd just like to say thank you for having me, first of all, and it's been an honor in serving Queen Elizabeth and the rest of the school board, and I hope to live up to expectations. Please feel free to chat with me if you see me in the halls. If you have any recommendations, you can always contact me or my colleague, Student Senator Sarah Amanadine. Yeah, and thank you very much.
All right, we'll make sure to harass them in the hallways, you guys.
For sure.
Now, back to you, Sabrina and George.
Thanks, Yash. One last announcement. The Nice Watch is looking for another editor, so if you have video editing experience and are willing to learn how to work in some fancy effects, go talk to Mr. Herrera. That's it for this week, Nights. Hey, George, what time is it?
Honestly, I don't know, Sabrina. The days keep on getting longer and longer, and I really don't know what class I'm supposed to be in right now.
Damn it, George.